Hey, what's up, guys? As you know, this is Taylor Jacobson. The topic of this lesson in this video is understanding the power of your paradigm. And I know some of you guys may have questions that you all have always asked yourself. Maybe it's why do I keep doing the same thing over and over, or why can I not get over this hump, or I know I'm capable of success. What's stopping me, or what's enabling me from being able to see the type of success that I imagined to have, or that I dreamt of having, or that I know I deserve. And this video and this lesson is to maybe teach you a bit of understanding how deep it is of your limitation and success, or even if you have succeeded at an ultimate level, at a high level, and you hit maybe a plateau, or maybe you're succeeding at a high level and you want to hit that next phase, and you want to hit that next step, or a higher you have to understand where a lot of this comes from, and where a lot of your success or failures comes from, and it's not just from the surface. It's from what's within. It's something that's deeper than you realize. And I hope that this video can not only help you get to the next level, but so that you can see this helping you or aiding you in always evolving into a higher you. Okay, guys. And so as we move forward, Bob Proctor is a renowned author, philosopher, and catalyst for this concept and for this theory I'm gonna talk to you guys about. And it's about the paradigm. It's understanding how it works and using it to not manipulate, but to place you in situations that enable you or give you the opportunity to succeed at an ultimate level. And so, and this quote, it says, thoughts become things, and if you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. And that's just simply saying, whatever I see, I can achieve it, I can believe it, and it manifests itself in front of me. And I'm going to talk to you guys through the paradigm diagrams so that you guys can see exactly what that quote means. And if you're asking it right now, what is a paradigm? A paradigm is just a framework containing the basic assumptions, way of thinking, or methodology that are commonly accepted by others. And if you really think about it, what are some of the things or frameworks or methods of practice, culture, religion, the way that you think? What are some of the things that have been placed into your mind before you are even able to defend yourself or to say what's right or what's wrong? This is our subconscious mind. This is going to be our subconscious mind, especially for this example, because as you see that arrow going in, there's a lot of things, especially at a young age, that's being put inside of this subconscious mind, and this is going to be our body. The mind is bigger than the body, because without the mind functioning, the body is just a vessel. And a lot of our actions, a lot of our success, and a lot of our failures, we think that it's because of our body, or it's an ability to be able to do or not to do something, but it's all mental concepts. And I'm gonna show you guys here with a few of the PowerPoints so that you guys can see exactly what I mean. And so this subconscious mind is the paradigm. And if you remember what just your paradigm is, it's the way of thinking that you have without realizing that you have it. It may be your religion. It may be how you comb your hair. It may be what type of haircut you get. It may be your culture. It may be your educational beliefs, or your success beliefs. It may be your limitations of why do you think that you can't succeed, or expectations as to why you know you will succeed. Your paradigm is extremely important in your growth process. And to be honest with you guys, before 2 years old, your paradigm is wide open. That's the most vulnerable you are with being influenced in a way, because your paradigm only knows its truth, and its truth create habits, and those habits are what drives the paradigm. The truths that you begin to see, what you begin to see with your eyes, and the things that you begin to mention. Some of the things, I bet if you can imagine, you weren't doing before, but if you saw your friends or your family members doing it, you begin to do it, and you begin to see it was a terrible habit. Maybe sleeping on the couch too long, maybe not waking up on time, maybe your parents telling you to do well in school, and you know that they've never done well, or maybe it is your mom telling you not to be lazy, but your example of success is nothing. You see her being lazy or your father being lazy. And so I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. These are thoughts, and the thoughts that are put into our subconscious mind, which is our paradigm, create habits, and those habits are circular. Habits are, what we talk about, that rat race. Habits are things that you can't get out of, that's not easily broken. Habits are things that can either stop you from succeeding, hinder you from your, or propel you forward and seeing success like you've never seen it before. Habits can be good or they can be bad. It just depends on the examples of those habits that are put into your paradigm, into that secret sacred box. And unfortunately, guys, thoughts become habits, and those habits act. Your body acts on what you think, or the habits that you've created. Your body only knows what to do based on what your mind says, and those actions turn into results. If you want to be more specific, actions creates reactions, which create whatever you want to create in life. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. So, or opposite or same reaction, just depends on what type of action or in what form it's actually in. And so when you think about that, think about some of the thoughts and some of the habits that you have. And if you're not succeeding, what are your habits? What are the thoughts that you're taking into your mind? What are you bringing into your mental space for you to think that it's true or false? And think about your body acting out on whatever you're bringing into your mind. And then you're able to almost 100% pinpoint the results that you're getting from, what you're bringing into your mind. And I know when we're growing up, we never really think about our genetic makeup. And you never wonder, like, why do you look like your mom? Why do you look like your dad? And these are traits that are given to us because we're programmed. We're genetically programmed to look like our parents, or look like our grandma, or look like our grandpa, or look like our brothers and sisters. We're genetically programmed. And the same thing with our mind. The outside world, the external portion of life influence habits, and it influences thoughts, and it influences culture, and it influences religion, and it influences why people feel like they can succeed or not succeed. The outside world is a pivotal point in the people seeing if they can succeed or not succeed. And unfortunately, that's what it is. And if you move, and just to show you guys how big of a deal outside influence is, you take this beautiful little girl, and this beautiful little girl lives in this wonderful house in the United States. It doesn't have to be a specific state, but she lives in the United States, and she has a religion of Christian belief in this household. But if you take this same little girl and you move her to China as soon as she's born, and the household that she's living in speaks Chinese. And when she's speaking Chinese, they have no religion, or they may be Buddhist, or they may be of some other religion, and that's the only thing that she's going to know. So her external world is dictating the way she thinks, the way she processes things, in the way that she believes in success or not succeeding, or even or educational preferences. And so when you think about that external portion, the external portion is absolutely paramount to a child's success. And if it's never changed, that thought process continues and continues until a person passes away. So back to the outside world. When you're about 2 or 5, there's a study that was done. When you're about 2 or 5, that lid actually shuts. And when that lid shuts, everything that was already programmed on the inside, that's your pre-programming apps, just like a computer or just like a tablet. When you buy that computer, you buy that tablet, you have apps that are already placed on there. And unfortunately, with some of those apps come viruses, and I'll talk to you more at the end about that. And a virus can be something that's actually limiting you from succeeding. And so when you think about that in that aspect, once that lid is created, Now you have a conscious mind. At this time and this age, you're beginning to find out who you are. You're independent. You're starting to see things from your own view, or from your own eyes. And the habits that have already been developed while you were a kid, they typically stay with you until there's some dramatic change in your life that forces you to change that habit. And at this moment, you begin to recognize and be aware of your sensory things that, like taste, touch, hear, your feeling, the way that you see things. And then you get this extraterrestrial type of sensory, and that's your intellectual factors. That's your ability to imagine, the way that you gather thoughts, the way that you see things, your will to do stuff, the force that's coming upon you that you really don't know what it is. It's the higher power. It's God. It's God. And we think about the higher power. That higher power gives you the ability to think. That higher power, your thought process, the way that you think, the things that you're gaining from the world or from this higher power gives you the ability to think whatever you want to think. But see, here's a scary thing. Whatever you think, remember, turns into habits. And those habits force your body to act. Well, your paradigm controls vibrations. If you don't think that your body moves at a very fast pace, well, just look at your body and under your hand under a microscope. You'll see how fast it's moving. The law of vibration says there's nothing here on earth that is still. Everything is moving at extremely fast pace. And once you become aware of that, you begin to see that your mind, your subconscious mind and your paradigm controls vibrations that push your body to act upon things which create your results. So if you have bad habits, that could, and your habits control your vibrations. Your vibrations can only propel you to do good or to do bad. And also it can allow you to think negative or think positive. And these are things that you accept to be true or accept to be false. Just like on a computer, when you add a new app or you add a new program onto your computer, the admin has to accept it to be true or to be false. It doesn't know, if it's right or if it's wrong. Your computer just accepts it to be truth. It accepts it to be a part of it. So if you're not accepting it to be a part of it, and the admin stopping it, cutting it short, well, that's the same thing that your conscious mind does. It accepts the negative or it accepts the positive. And once it accepts it, your subconscious mind and your paradigm takes that as truth. And when we're growing up and while we're young, you see that X there that was placed there. That X is your way of thinking. The way that you process things, the way that you see success or not see success or see limitations. So if you believe that there's lack thereof of success, and there's not enough money to go around, or you can't be successful, or where you come from doesn't allow you or give you the things that you need for you to be successful, that's going to be the way that you think. And since that's in your paradigm, on your conscious mind, that's what you're going to think. So anytime that there's a why that pops up, and this why is a change, like maybe a business opportunity or maybe an opportunity for you to see success at a different level, it doesn't matter how great the opportunity is. If your conscious and your subconscious mind is at an X where it doesn't believe that you're going to succeed, then there's no way that why can be processed for you to actually begin to see the type of success that that you can. And it doesn't matter what it is, but honestly, to tell you the truth, that's what creates your habits. You can your habits, that's the results that's created from your habits and your paradigm. And I can say that over and over again, but your paradigm creates the results. So if you're thinking one way that there's a lack thereof or you can't be successful, it doesn't matter what type of education you go get. A book, you can get as many degrees as you want. You can be even considered a genius. But if your paradigm isn't aligned with your conscious mind or the new information that you're getting in, then the results that you're getting don't match up. And that's unfortunate. They don't. And that's some of the things that we deal with. That's why you see some people with all these degrees, they're extremely successful, but they're still living paycheck to paycheck or trying to find a job or not even living or working in the field that they're living, that they went to school for. And it's because their conscious mind, their intellect doesn't match up with their internal intellect, which is your paradigm, the things that you were given. So in order for you to reach that level of success, you kind of have to clean house that paradigm and begin to allow the new information to seep in so that your results can be absolutely amazing. So and this is why you see people with no education make millions and millions of dollars. And it's not because they're a genius or they do something absolutely out of this world or outlandish that no one can do. It's just because their paradigm just matched up with their conscious mind. That's it. The two aligned and the two said that we're going to be successful, but it's because they spent hours and hours and hours cleaning their paradigm, years and years and years cleaning their paradigm so they can experience the type of success that they know they can. And so your paradigm is absolutely everything. And it is. Your paradigm is everything. But what I want you guys to really hone in on is if you don't clean out those viruses or those pre-programmed apps that are in your paradigm, the things that are stopping you from succeeding, you don't clean house, you will still have those same things, those same thought processes, which are limiting you from your success. Just imagine a computer that's had viruses on it for years and years upon years. Well, the computer wouldn't be performing as fast and as good as it could because the viruses are taking up too much and is limiting its ability to be able to accomplish the task that it can. And so, guys, clean out your viruses, change your paradigm, and you'll change your life. And I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace.